I almost forgot one last thing. What this thing is really good for is manifesting needs, manifesting ritual tools and stuff related to the craft. The prayer of prosperity and the key of Guild of Fortune is really good for getting things related to the craft. You can help yourself, you can enable yourself in your mundane life, which will increase not only you in your mundane life, but will create more time for your craft, okay? But another thing I have to worry about, Cain is not an enabler. So if you have a vice, if you have like a drug addiction or alcoholism or anything like that, do not expect Cain to just hand you a bunch of money to enable your addiction, okay? It has to be practical, it has to be real world, and it has to existentially affect you in a positive way, in a liberating way that's going to help you evolve, and it's going to help evolve your craft. Okay, so as long as your intent and your wish is pure, and it's one of those things that can like helping you move out, help you get your own place, help you getting a car, or increase transportation, or even get such a raise that you can work less hours and have more time for witchcraft, or you could have a job like work outside that would enable you to practice witchcraft on your breaks, or practice this tradition on your breaks and lunches without any of your bosses or managers knowing even better. Like I said, mostly how this manifests is you'll get stuff related to the you'll get extra money and be able to buy offerings and buy stuff for the altar and just things related to the craft. But yes, you can help yourself, and you can ask for transportation or ask for a vehicle. You can ask for your needs to be met. Helkane Ben Samael. Hello. Today I'm going to talk to you about the next Canaanic seal I want to discuss, the keyed seal of prosperity, or in the book it's called the keyed seal of the gilded fortune, or the golden fortune. This is probably one of the most easiest and fun of the 7 seals to draw within that book, and I'm going to give you a spell, how you can benefit from it. Now, anything to do with money and finances, anything to do like that, should be done on a Friday. The reason why? Friday is ruled by Venus. Venus is the mother goddess. She is the lover. She is a nurturer. When we're dealing with money, what we're really talking about is love. People want money because they want to feel loved. I mean, think about it. I mean, why do rich people, they hoard onto all that wealth or whatever? They want to feel loved. All that millions of dollars or billions of dollars, it's their love. You can buy a lot of things with money. Oh, money doesn't buy happiness, they say. But it can buy you a case of beer. It can buy you weed if that's your thing. It can feed your vices. It can buy you cars, toys. You can entertain yourself with. There's a million fucking things you can do with money. There's a reason why people like money. It's also freedom. I mean, you want to travel the world. You want to do whatever. I mean, this is just some of the endless things that cash can buy and do for you. Okay, it really is mother's milk. That we think about it. Also money, the very, very ancient symbol for money, and the ThunderWizard.com YouTube channel exposed this and revealed this to me back in 2019, 2020. That's how long I've known this for. But before there was coins, people used to trade cows, and the very first symbol of money was a Taurus, or was a cow's head, a bull's head. You think about the symbol of the cow. It can feed you, it can clothe you, it gives you milk, it gives you the resource to survive. I mean, that's a lot of fucking energy there. A lot of fucking energy, And back in the ancient times, where they used to sacrifice their cattle they would ask for prosperity, they would ask for a bountiful harvest, they would ask for a good season. And not much has changed after that. Animals are still sacrificed today to make your hamburgers and steaks and make your food. So there's that connection. So starting on Friday, starting today, for the next 7 days, going from Friday to Friday. Now, if you want to bum rush this, if you don't have time in your day, you can do all this in one day, but I advise against it. You want to at least have this going for 7 days, Friday to Friday, starting in the day of Venus, which, by the way, is the symbol, is the planet of Ashtaroth, is the planet of the goddess in the pagan Luciferian traditions. By the way, there's even a Greek goddess named Diana Lucifera. The original Lucifera was female, not a male. And that goes into the triple goddess mysteries. So, whenever you see a crescent moon or whatever, that's not really the moon. That's a symbol of Venus, because Venus waxes and wanes too, just like our own moon. So, on Friday, during the day of Venus, you want to draw this symbol on a piece of scrap paper or notebook paper, and you want to meditate on it. Okay? Then what you want to do, you want to take a dollar bill. Okay? You want to take a $1 bill, a $5 bill, a 20, it doesn't matter as long as it's physical money. And the symbol that you see on your screen right now, on your screen, you want to draw that on a dollar bill. Okay? Now, flip it over on the reverse side of the dollar bill. You're going to write your own name. If you can squeeze your own birthday in there, it's even better because that links it to you. But your own first and last name will suffice. Then what you're going to do, you're going to take the individual symbols, the individual script that you see on those individual letters, and you're going to strike out your name, and you're going to write through your own name with the actual key of prosperity from left to right. Okay, write your name 3 times. Okay, between 3 to 6 times. Okay, 3 is okay, 7 is the best. Write your name down, and then strike out your name by writing those symbols you see at the bottom of the paper from left to right. Okay, and what you're going to do on Friday, you're going to look up at the highest star in the sky that you can see. The highest star. Don't matter where the fuck you are, don't matter if you're northern or southern hemisphere, wherever you are watching this. The highest star you can see. If you're in the United States like I am, it will probably be the North Star. It will probably be one of the circumpolar stars. If you're in the southern hemisphere, I don't know what the southern equivalent of the North Star is, probably Southern Cross or something like that. You're going to look up at the highest star in the sky, okay, with your dollar bill. You're going to roll it up, okay, very important, almost forgot, okay. You should activate your dollar bill and your seal with tobacco smoke. The best process of this is Voodoo reverse smoking. Now, what that means is in voodoo rituals where the priest of Haitian voodoo, they light a cigar, they put the cherry in their mouth, and they blow the smoke out the butt. You don't need a cigar to do it. Any regular cigarette with a filter on it or even unfiltered cigarette will do. You light the cigarette, you place the cherry end in your mouth, and you blow hard. And you blow so that the smoke comes out the butt end. Okay, this is very respectful, and this is not limited to voodoo, but this is greatly appreciated by all sorts of ancestor spirits in many necrosophic traditions, not just voodoo, but also they do this in Kambanda, they do this in Palara, Mayambi, they do this in, I personally do it in my own Cainitic practice there. So I light the cherry, I put the cherry into my mouth, and I blow it over Cain's sigils and seals there, and in between puffs I say, Hail Cain ben Samael. Okay, you can use this when activating all seals and all spells for future magic. So even more powerful, you take your dollar bill and you wrap it tight Type in a scroll. The dollar bill that you just inscribed with your name, with the keys of prosperity, the keys of gilded fortune, with the seal of the gilded golden fortune on the other side. You roll it into a scroll, and you roll it and wrap it around the butt. That way, when you put the cherry in your mouth and you blow out, okay, onto the altar, or onto the paper, or onto your request, okay, all that smoke is passing through your magical dollar bill scroll. All that is passed through your magical dollar bill scroll. Now visualize it, what you want. What do you want? A car? It has to be within reason, okay? Don't ask for a yacht. Don't ask for $1 billion. Don't ask to become the next Billy Bob Gates or the next fucking Warren Buffett or whoever. If it's not feasible, you're not going to get it. Magic takes the path of least resistance. What you're doing there, if it's plausible and if it's accessible for you, what this will do, this will quicken your manifestation, and this will make getting shit done, like getting changes in just real world existential shit done in the physical world, easier. So, still got that second piece of paper. Draw that seal on the piece of paper, right? And then write what you want on the back of it. For me, what I did is I made a vest. I made a personal sign, like a personal billboard sign that just says Mr. C trench mowing. It's got my phone number on it, $45 an hour. And then on the insides, because I made a double-sided vest, on the insides of the vest, I wrote the seal of the Gilded Fortune. And then what I do is I blow smoke. I blow smoke through my cigarette that I dedicated to Cain and Samael and the internal dragon Adramelech Taus. There. For you, I would just, you don't have to write anything on the cigarette if you don't want to. You don't have to do that. You could just draw like a sickle, or you could just draw Cain's exoteric seal, outer seal, which is basically, it looks like Saturn, but it's not. It's basically looks like a sickle with a serpentine S at the top and a dot above the S. So basically like a modified seal of Saturn. You could just draw that on the cigarette, and you just write this in the name of Cain ben Samael, I dedicate this cigarette for you. If you're a non-smoker, okay, if you're a non-smoker, you should still do the reverse smoking. You should still put the cherry in your mouth and blow out. You will not get cancer. It is only bad for your lungs if you inhale the smoke. If you're that worried about it, light it and do not inhale. Light it, puff in your mouth, and blow out immediately, and then do the reverse smoking technique. Or if you're that much of a bitch about it, you can just buy some cigarettes, okay, at your local convenience store, convenience mart, light it up, and then place it on the altar, or place it on a stone, or on a cinder block, or on a brick, or on a tree stump, or on a whatever the fuck, and let the smoke waft into the air, and then sweep your dollar bill and sweep your actual spell that you're trying to create, and sweep it, pass it through that smoke, so the smoke touches the seal and activates it. Okay? Assuming that you've activated the seal, now it's Friday evening. You can do this any hour of the night. Hour of Venus would probably be the strongest and best for this there, but I don't really go by the hours. I don't really time my magic with like the hours of the planets. If you really want to time your magic with the hours of the planets, there is a wonderful desktop app called Chronos XP. I don't know if it still exists, but I'm going to look that shit up right now. Chronos XP. Planetary Hours. It's a free application. You can get it on sourceforge.net there. I don't really download shit outside of SourceForge or Softpedia. There's a lot of scams. There's a lot of malware links. But, I mean, it works on any operating system. Kronos XP from fucking Windows XP up to like Windows 10 or 11, whatever the fuck they got there now. And I'm sure that if you're a Mac user or a Linux user, there's some other equivalent app for that, which I don't know what it is, but feel free to look it up. Kronos XP. Running that. Requires Microsoft Net Framework version 3.5. Please install the .NET framework and run this up again. I'm not going to worry about that too much right now, okay? As long as you're doing it during the day of Venus, which is Friday, you're good. So after sundown, okay, it's nighttime. Look up at the highest star, take your scroll, and light your cigarette, and blow smoke through your scroll. Now, if you already activated your dollar scroll with the tobacco, you can skip the tobacco smoke step. Unroll your bill and hold it up to the sky. Hold it up to the highest star, okay? Okay, what you're going to do, you're going to get down on one knee. And then you're going to offer the prayer of path opening. No, the prayer of prosperity, which is this. Actually, if you want to combine the prayers of path opening and prosperity, you may do so. I already gave you the prayer of path opening in the last video. Gold crown, majesty of death. Okay, prayer for prosperity. Gold crown, majesty of death, owner all the riches of the underworld. Makes that I never go wanting for anything that I desire or need. Act on my behalf. Bring to me the wealth and fortune. Grant me the riches. Reap from the fields of both the dead and the living. And makes that concealed treasures become obtainable to me, so that my enemies never get to see me fall into poverty or misery. Powerful saint of death, grant me the abundance and the prosperity, and I shall always invoke and hail your name. Praise you with offerings, candy, and cigarettes. Spread your glory and spells, and work ever so gratefully with others, so that others can benefit from your sorcery. Let a most fruitful, bountiful harvest befall me, so I shall be able to endure this life of plight, without being all too distracted by all base material needs. Make a ruling on my behalf, so that cruel destiny by luck becomes overwritten. Granting me the fortunes, the winning, the profit, and the copious earnings. Let all gold and riches shower and bless me with the freedom and detachment that can only be attained through prosperity. Amen, amen, amen. Okay, after you said that, you're going to take your dollar bill, right? You're going to roll up and you're going to carry it on. You're going to carry it in your pocket. You're going to carry it in your sock up against your ankle so the sweat touches it and your energy gets infused with it. You could even roll it up and put it inside of your shoe, which would probably be even more powerful, because each of your footsteps with your heels stomping onto it, you're putting your own energy into that spell. A lot of voodoo spells utilize like High John the Conqueror powder, or like if you have a legal case, they'll put it in their shoe like 3 nights before the trial or whatever, and they'll like tap their foot or whatever, they'll walk around. You can do something like that. You can take your paper that you writ the seal on. I put it in the heel of the shoe for me there, because I made it on my vest for my landscaping company, for my trench mowing company. What I did is I just went outside for an hour and I just did free advertising. I fired up my machine, I fired up my straight shaft trimmer, and I just went in the fucking trenches and I just hacked at them fucking greens. I just hacked at them fucking greens. And this is where the next part comes in. For the next 7 days, okay, you're going to do real world shit, okay? Money doesn't just grow on trees. It doesn't just fall in your lap. You have to do real world existential shit. Real world shit if you want to get real manifestations. So what you could do and what you should do, rather than blowing $60 on the newest Call of Duty, or blowing a bunch of money on the newest video game or whatever the fuck is out there now, rather than going out to McDonald's or whatever the fuck, or rather than blowing it on sex toys or whatever, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Lowe's, or you're going to go to Home Depot, and you're going to buy the name brand string trimmer. You're going to buy an Echo 2-stroke trimmer, The cheapest one you can find, straight shaft, of course, because that's best and allows multiple attachments, should be around like 150 or just under 200 from Home Depot. Or if all you have is a Lowe's run there, you're going to buy a Husqvarna straight shaft trimmer. And for the next 7 days, I don't care how you do this, you can take a plain old rag shirt or a tank top or whatever the fuck, wife beater shirt, and you're going to fucking write your name. Hi, I'm Cody. I'm going to write your fucking phone number on it. Trench mowing or lawn services, $45 an hour. Okay, you're going to write on the back of your shirt. And what you're going to do, you're going to spend, for the next 7 days, you're going to spend at least a half an hour to an hour. You're just going to do free work. You're going to volunteer your services. You're going to walk down the street and you're going to trim up the sidewalks and you're going to mow the ditches and you're going to tidy up your neighbor's lawn there. And then every night for the next 7 nights until the following Friday, you're going to, at nighttime, you're going to look at the highest star and you're going to repeat the prayer of prosperity. Word for word, gold crown, majesty of death, own all the riches on the underworld. Makes that I never go wanting for anything I desire or need. Act on my behalf, bring me the wealth and fortune. Grant me the riches reaped from the fields of both the dead and the living. Makes that concealed treasures become easily visible and easily attainable to me, so that my enemies never can see me fall into poverty or misery, a powerful scene of death. Grant me the abundance and the prosperity, and I shall always hail your name, praise you with offerings and candy, and spread your work and spells ever so gratefully, so others can benefit from your sorcery. Let a most fruitful and bountiful harvest befall me, so I shall be able to endure this life of plight, without being all too distracted by base material needs. Make a ruling on my behalf, so cruel destiny by luck becomes overwritten. Grant me the fortunes, the winnings, the profit, and copious earnings. Let all gold and riches shower me, and bless me with freedom and detachment that can only be attained through prosperity. Amen. Okay, if you're going the landscaping route, do not buy a garbage Ryobi. Do not buy a fucking Craftsman, a Craftsman, or a fucking garbage brand trimmer from Walmart. Okay, make sure you buy a fucking name brand commercial grade like Husqvarna or Steel or Echo. Okay, one of those top 3 brands. Okay, because this is going to be your money maker. If you are not physically well enough to do hardcore trimming and mowing and landscaping, then what you're going to do is you're going to sign up for an eBay account and you're going to declutter your attic or declutter your room and put shit up for sale, or maybe post some listings on Facebook Marketplace or something. I don't fucking know. Or type into Google vector marketing jobs and try to sell Cutco knives with them. Okay, I'm a fucking Cutco guy since Memorial Day 2019 for 5 fucking years. Okay, it's a really good part-time side hustle there. Okay, and if you do really good at it, it's almost like full-time pay for part-time work. Okay, but it's fucking work. Be prepared to call all your neighbors, cold calling, call everyone you know, call everybody's mom, grandma, and their dog. I mean, call. Say, hey, Mrs. Jones. Hey, can I tell you about this awesome product called Cutco? I'll even throw in a veggie peeler for you. It takes only about a half an hour. Free entertainment for you. You get to watch me cut rope and leather, chop up coconuts and pineapples, and think of it as free entertainment for you, and it helps me hit my goal. Is 6:30 work okay, or is 8 o'clock better for you? Oh yes, you can come over tomorrow at 8. I would love that. And I'll see you then. Do stuff like that, or just do real world things. Do real world things that would attract money to you. So, I don't know. Maybe either look at quitting your job or look on adding on to your job and become a salesman for one of these sales type of jobs, those sales companies like Vector. Or maybe you could sell Hyla vacuum cleaners or something. There's a lot of sales and marketing jobs out there that pay great commission. Okay, and all you'd have to do is just sell products, or just sell shit online, sell shit on eBay or the marketplace. For the next 7 days, you want to do real world shit, or call up your neighbor and ask to helping in. Hey, can I help you out for $20 an hour? Can I help you Can I help you or one of your family members move or something like that? Just ask. Ask and you shall receive, okay? So while you're doing this for 1 hour a day, okay, do this until you get the job, until you get a neighbor says, oh, yes, Cody, I'd like you to help out, or yes, can you come over this weekend and help at the barn, or can you help me move stuff into this U-Haul or whatever the fuck. Do it, okay? Do it. Set a desired hourly rate and fucking stick with it. Now, once you get it, yes, still, if you gotten this on the second day or the third day, still repeat the first steps that we discussed. Repeat the ritual that we discussed every night until it is Friday. Now, we're at the following Friday. It's been 7 days. You have done this work for the previous 6 nights in a row, and hopefully, goat willing, cane willing, you've made a sale or two. You've got a customer. You've got some hours at your neighbors, or maybe you manifested some extra hours at your job, or maybe you got a promotion to a managerial position. Maybe you got a raise in pay. It has to be feasible and it has to be reasonable. It has to be within reason for you. On the 7th night, which is the following Friday, just like last time, you're going to take an apple and you're going to core the apple. You're going to take your dollar bill and your wish that you've written on a separate piece of paper with a spell, okay? Sorry, I got a back check here. Write whatever you want before you begin the spell. Write a wish, maybe you could be for a car, maybe you could ask for a 15 or 20% raise, 25% raise. Write it on a fucking piece of paper. Roll that motherfucker up, stick it in your shoe, stick it in your sock or whatever, wear it on you for 7 days, even if you only taking it off to shower. Fuck, even if you could sleep with it on, even better. If you could sleep with it in your sock, that'd be even fucking better. So it's been touching you, it's got your energy on it for 7 fucking days. And what you're gonna do on the 7th day, on the following Friday, okay, during the nighttime, or on the same time every night, you're gonna look up at the highest star in the sky. You're going to take your apple and you're going to repeat the prayer for prosperity. Okay? You're going to core your apple. With the apple core, you're going to wrap your dollar bill and you're going to wrap your wish around tightly into a scroll. Okay? And then you want to drizzle that motherfucker with honey and dust it with some cinnamon. Okay? Stuff your scroll wrapped around the core, your core scroll, back into the apple. And now you're going to skin your apple, okay? Holding your apple in the left hand, just like we did with the path opening, right? You're going to walk down to the nearest bog or natural pond or wherever the fuck they have natural toad spawn or frog spawn at, okay? And do not use the same pond that you use for the path opening, right? Okay? You have to pick a different pond. You have to pick a totally new pond that you never cast in before. And very gently, you don't chuck it in the fucking lake now. Very gently, you're going to just plop it in or lower it in or just drop it in a few inches above the water. You're going to just drop it in, roll it into the water, or place it into the water and release it would be even better. While saying the prayer for prosperity one more time and state your wish to Cain, and then turn around, walk home without looking back. And that's the spell. Hail Cain ben Samael.